It's a mindset. Go the extra mile.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are a channel of outdoors vlogging, flying paramotors, fishing, you name it, we like to do it, and traveling, stuff like that. Trying to build a tiny house here coming up in the spring, but we are going to recap going to Oshkosh AirVenture 2025, and getting the RV ready and stuff like that. EAA Oshkosh AirVenture is the largest air show in the world. It brings around like 700,000 people, 10,000 aircraft. It's pretty crazy. But this is our RV, and it is a 1996, nothing too fancy, but we do get electric and water hookups because after the long day of hot, and this is in July, so it gets really hot. But I washed the RV. That's one of our first steps to getting it prepared and ready for Oshkosh. So it is also really nice to come back, like I said, to a cooled down RV with the power hookups. We don't use electric the water as much as we use electric. Couple things that we bring: make sure you bring off, because usually the mosquitoes are really bad. You can have fire pits as long as they're in controlled, I think, around like rocks or a fire ring. We bring lights. Bikes are necessary. We have a couple e-bikes that we bring, and stuff like that. But most of it's just your common sense stuff. You can go off grounds and get like stuff, but usually it's kind of hard during the week of. But if you're like a week before, which most people aren't, it's less busy. But or if you tow a car, all we do is have bikes, but we can kind of get to the grocery stores and stuff like that, but it's not as easy. What else do we bring that's pretty important? Bringing lots of water, just pretty much anything that you can think of. Make sure you bring sunscreen because it's really hot as well. What else? Another thing we bring, which is not very important, is a lawnmower, because we have to cut the grass and stuff like that. But that's awesome. We were there a month before volunteering. Also, I just want to bring up volunteering there a little bit too. It's pretty easy. There is, at the main big red barn, there is a big whiteboard, or it's a big board filled with like places that you can volunteer, and usually there's ladies there, usually for sure the week of, not as much as the week before Oshkosh. But like another way too is meet somebody and ask where they volunteer and see what it's like there, and then go there and volunteer and stuff like that. But volunteering is pretty easy. Just a lot of it's moving stuff, or you can be in like the print shop where you print signs and stuff like that. They have fabrication shop where you fabricate signs. You fabricate pretty much anything that you can think of. They have mowing. At IAC you can do stuff like that. They have the merch place where you can do merchandise. What else? But that's about it for volunteering. Another thing I want to talk about as we're leaving here in the video towards Oshkosh, the travel. For us, it's not very far, which I am blessed for that. It's it's only like maybe 3-4 hour drive, so in a big RV I don't have to worry about it too much. But getting used to your RV, driving and stuff like that is a big key. We do not have air conditioning, so we have to drive with the windows open. At the end of the day, you kind of have a headache because of the wind blowing past your head. But what else about the travels? Sometimes it's better to pick up your stuff before Oshkosh AirVenture. That way you have it when you think of it on the way, because that's the best time to think of stuff, is when you're driving. At least I do. And now we're getting there. You have to go through the main gate for AirVenture, and get your registration and stuff like that for your camping spots and stuff like that. Water and electric hookups are purchased in selected spots. Everywhere else is first come, first serve. But there's food places around. I mean, not food places, but there is Red One markets, and they do not open up until pretty much the week before, maybe 1 or 2 days before. But you can see our camps all set up a little bit. By the end of the week, it gets way more things around. We have a couple friends that come and camp with us too, which is really nice. Some things about the campground: if it rains, you might want to wait a day or two, let the grounds dry, because it does get quite muddy and stuff like that. You can see there's standing water out there. Bring chairs too. Chairs are very important because you want to sit there and relax and sit outside. Usually the mosquitoes are too bad, so you can't really do that. But yeah. Other things: picnic tables are first come, first serve. Sorry for the beeping noise. I was trying to scroll in the video while I'm editing it here, but it won't let me. Some other things, let's think. You can go to the museum. If you are an EAA member, it's free to go enter the museum, but then you have to pay if you're not an EAA member. And the museum's super beautiful. Lots of cool stuff in there. Lots of cool displays and stuff like that. And also, you can see me riding my bike here. Bikes are super useful. Cool videos. You can go over to Pioneer Airport. I don't know if they run Pioneer Airport all the time, but they do it quite often. During the event, they have all-you-can-eat pancakes from a chapter. They do all-you-can-eat pancakes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just an awesome museum. It's a wonderful time to go and spend time there. So, but also, you're gonna see here another preparation coming up is storms. Be ready for storms. This is mid-July. There's always a storm there. I have never been there when there's not a storm, so just be prepared for that. Make sure you have things to where to put them when the winds start picking up and stuff like that. But yeah, they do on site have shelters. Usually they open the museum, I don't know about as much as like a month before the event or even a week before the event. I think they start to open up the shelter stuff. Some of the bathrooms, I know that they tell you that you can hide in there in case of a storm. I know they open the museum at certain points, but the weather is definitely something to watch out for. You can see we have everything buttoned down, because in video it doesn't look as bad, but in real life it gets kind of worse. And I think during this time we actually buttoned up everything before it got too bad, which was quite awesome. It was like perfect. We got like done with our showers or something, got back, and the wind started picking up, and we just got everything put away. Perfect timing. But yeah, that's one thing to watch out for is storms. Make sure you have a good radar app, which you're gonna see here in a bit. It's quite awesome to have. Some things about the grounds I want to talk about. There is EMS little stations all around for if you get hurt or stuff like that. Look at that awesome cloud. That is amazing. What else is there? The Red One markets, like I was saying, plenty of showers. Everybody's super helpful. This is Oshkosh AirVenture. We're all interested in aviation, so it's quite awesome. If you're there a week before, the campgrounds don't get super packed and filled up. They start getting more filled during the end of the week. You're gonna see some footage of that here in a second. This was right when I got there, basically, so it was super empty. Another thing, Lots of porta potties around. They get cleaned out like once or twice a day, so they keep up with them pretty well. But there's so many. During the week before, they get kind of stinky because they don't clean them out very often. And it seemed like they were opening them up to where they knew people were at, which was super helpful. And navigation around the grounds is super hard. It's one of the hardest things. I can't even really talk about it because there's just so much to it. But another thing too is there is water stations around too. When you get really warm, you can get a drink and stuff like that. I wish they would kind of do it like some of the amusement parks where they give you free water, at least if it's like a little cup of it. A lot of amusement parks do that now because of overheating, and this is mid-July. It's so hot. It's miserable some days. Like, you're just drenched in sweat. You're just like, oh. But the grounds are pretty empty during this time. Let's see, what else can we talk about? What else? I'm trying to give you guys as much information in this video as I possibly can, because there is so much information that it's hard to get it all. But the best thing to do is either post it in the comments or go to their website, and I'll try to respond to your comment. Or their website has a bunch of information on it as well. And it gets really busy too, so if you have kiddos, watch out for the main streets. It's almost like regular real life roads. They're packed, and it's a lot. You get to meet new neighbors, which is really cool. When you're camping, usually you have somebody nearby that you have to say hello because you're, feet from them, so you always I know there's over on the left side is where the fly-in museum is, or not flying-in museum, fly-in theater. Also in this open field that you're seeing right now, they have usually a taco truck and a like coffee stand, which is really good for all your coffee drinkers. Audrey's Park is here too. This is for more long term, if you're gonna stay there and volunteer for like almost pretty much the whole year. There's always something to do, I'm pretty sure. EMS up on the right here as well. We'll be also coming across the Red One Market. So this is, I don't know if that's an info, I can't, oh, that's security building. And then the red one next to that is the EMS, and then that was showers. This is the maintenance shop. Not really interested in ever volunteering there because maintenance sucks. I don't like it. It's just not my thing. A fabrication shop is on our right here, and all their mowing tractors and stuff like that. That big red building on the right is the fabrication shop where they fabricate signs and stuff like that. And the big Red One Market. And then this is also where you come to volunteer on the corner here. And you can sign up for pretty much anywhere that you want to that needs help. And they have different things that like what they need help with. And those are the actual grounds there. You can see some of the tents getting set up during that thing. But overall, fun time. Over on the right here coming up is they also have Verizon towers, which is cool. They also have AT&T towers. I don't know about any of the other companies because service does get pretty low there, but it's manageable. That's where the endless pancakes are. They get their own spot. A lot of these campsites up here are first come first serve. The like basically the day they open, people are up here getting these spots because they are in trees and it's cooler up here. I don't know about the trees because there are storms, like I said, that roll through here. If you ever go to Oshkosh, you'll know about the storms. There's always one or two. It's almost never a time there's none. But I'm trying to think what else to think about. Some of the stuff that I'm gonna come up in the video here is the U2. The U2 was there. I don't know if I got footage of it. The U2 landed its first time at Oshkosh AirVenture. I don't know if it's ever been on display anywhere in the world. I know that it's first time displayed here at Oshkosh AirVenture, but it's so old. When you see it, you're like, wow, it's in rough shape. So it's not like it's like the F-35 where it's wow, it's very clean and stuff like that. But one of my favorite aircraft, by the way, is the F-35. This is the world's busiest control tower during Oshkosh AirVenture only, but it's pretty cool that you can be like right up there. Boeing Plaza, you get some of the big planes. A lot of the stuff happens up here. A lot of your big event stuff. You can walk through a lot of the planes too, and a lot of booths. Garmin's booth's good. This is a tip. If you're ever really warm and you're up here, the Garmin booth is a really good one to go into because they have air conditioning. So does the Boeing tent. That used to be a Ford tent, but now it's Boeing. But those two places are really good to go into to cool down. The airplanes are not, because they don't have air conditioning, and there's a lot of people in and out of them and stuff like that. But very cool place to go. The air show happens every day from like 2 to 5 or something like that. Those times aren't the exact. This is the YouTube, by the way. Super cool that it landed. It was a pretty good people drawer. Drawed a lot of people to it. This is IEC with all the trick planes. Like I said, the air show happens from like 2 to something like that. They have the warbirds. They have these towers all around too, telling you what area you're in. There's probably 3, 4, 5 different areas. There's like vintage, ultralight area, which I don't have footage of, sadly, which a lot of people like. They also have a nighttime air show there at the ultralight side. I don't know times exactly. You would have to look those up. Like I said, air show happens pretty much every day, even Sunday. But usually Sunday it's so cleared out. There's no planes. There's nothing. It's pretty empty. Good day to go if you just want to watch the air show. The night air show happens Wednesday and Saturday. I don't know if they move the dates for storms or not, but yeah, that's basically it. I don't know how much more information I can give you guys. The event's awesome. It's probably one of my favorite times ever, and it's a really blast if you ever want to go. Not paid to say that. Just amazing time. The F-35, or maybe that's the F-22. You guys will have to tell me in the comments. I know the F-22 has 2 engines. The F-35 has 1, I think. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this. I just want to let you guys leave you off with this and say thank you guys again. We are starting to upload a lot more if you made it this far, and I hope you guys subscribe if you guys like my content. And thank you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.